Welcome to Colts Beer, the podcast where football fever meets cold beer. Here we talk all things Indianapolis Colts, from epic touchdowns to close games to the hottest NFL rumors. Sit back, grab your favorite beverage, and let's tackle the next quarter together. Go Colts!
Hello everybody and welcome back to Colts Beer. It's the 20th episode and we have to talk about a loss again. First of all, I'm going to introduce you my beer of the day. It's called Oilchen Beer. It's from the city of Mainz, Maguncia. It's like 15 kilometers, 20 kilometers from here. It's pretty nice. I like it. Our Austrian friends would say damn good hipster beer. So, because we as Colts fans are in a bad mood in the last days, we thought we're going to invite someone with some good mood. Captain Duval, pleasure to have you here. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Thank you. Yes, it's a pleasure to be here. As you say, my name is Captain Duval, and I am a Jaguars fan, a lowly Jaguars fan. And I would like to say, in terms of my choice of beverage, I see all you guys drinking the finest of beers. Well, I'm going to have a jolly old cup of tea, don't you know? It's my drink of choice. So that's what I'm drinking. And anyway, I've got a terrible, terrible cold. So I apologize if there's an occasional cough. And it's another reason not to be drinking the beer because I'm up to my eyeballs in medications. So, but yes, I don't know how well you know of this crazy cat, but basically I was the Jaguars International Fan of the Year 2023, and basically just a keen fan of the sport initially, primarily. We all love the game. That's the important thing to know, isn't it? And just happened to be a Jags fan. So, and we are on a roll at the moment, which is very, very good. So it's a first. So it's good.
Yeah. Hi. I love to see you again after the draft last year. Last year is good. Yeah, it's right. So I was with you at the International. It was a pleasure to meet you there. I remember our wives was behind in a row with the draft picks, so it was amazing experience. So, and my beer of the day is again a Dithmarscher because I love the sound on the opening. That is the best case. Oh. Okay. Yeah, Sam.
Cheers, guys. Cheers, Captain Duval, for coming on. I'm on beer. I can't remember what number in my advent calendar. So this is Sierra Nevada, California IPA. Something pretty easy drinking to try and numb the pain. So cheers for coming on, Captain.
Thank you.
So I mean, I guess we should just jump straight into what we witnessed from the Colts and the Jags at the weekend.
It wasn't all that bad, though, was it? I mean, you guys. I mean, the Colts. Pretty much gave a good account of themselves. I think, really.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I think I mean, I don't know how much Colts football you've watched this year, but we tend to. I think one of the biggest knocks we've had on Shane Steichen, the coach. Probably the past couple of seasons is that everything at the start of the game is always really good. Everything that he scripts early, all the plays that he calls early kind of work nicely. And again, you saw it on Sunday. Obviously, we were out to a 10-0 lead. Everything was looking rosy. And then as soon as the team that we're facing adjusts defensively, it's kind of when it then seems to tail off. And I think you kind of saw that again Sunday, a hot start and then not much after it. But yeah, I mean, I guess compared to the 49ers game, we gave a better account of ourselves, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, we have been pretty lucky that Brown from the Jags did have a bad day. He played pretty well, but he could catch 2 interceptions at least. I think 2 more. He had 1. he could have three that game if he have a good day, and then the game is completely different. But yeah, at all, it wasn't that bad. I mean, like the captain said, it's not easy to play the Jacks right now. I mean, they are on the one. They are hyped, and it felt a bit like. I mean, you said it's right. We always start good and finish not that good. This time it felt like, okay, let's dominate them and then lose it for the draft pick. Let's keep it like that.
Is that what we'll tell ourselves? Wait, who's draft pick though? Is it the Jets draft pick, or are we talking about our second round draft pick for the upcoming?
First round draft picks doesn't really matter for us, though.
Yes.
I think for the weekend we need to say it was a close game. It was amazing, and then you need to look. I think we have much more injuries than the Jacks current. With our not so strong defense current, we were stopping the hype around Trevor Lawrence. I mean, the whole season, the most Jacks fans was hope he's going away. So in the last 5 games, I think 14-0 with touchdowns to interceptions. So we have stopped him with 0 touchdowns and 1 interception without a run game. So that was nice work for from our defense, I think. So Brown has some good options in Rivers. But I think Mitchell has 5 times the chance to a perfect interception and was dropping this one. So I think the game was really close. With a younger quarterback, so fit Daniel Jones, I think the game looks a little bit better than with Phillip Rivers. Deep passes, there's no energy in there. So this is a problem. So that's my.
Yeah, I think with Rivers, I think the interception kind of killed the game. I think that was kind of. I think if we got some points off of that drive, maybe we could have gone on and won that game. But I think with that interception, you saw the full limitation of what Phillip Rivers is as soon as it's outside the numbers, the velocity's gone. There's just he doesn't. I mean, never had the biggest arm in the world anyway, but. You could tell as soon as he was throwing anything outside the numbers, there were chances to undercut it, just like the Jags did, and then the rest was history.
Yeah.
I do think that that's the first time in 4 games that I've seen Trevor Lawrence pressured to such a degree. I think your defense did a great job, and it was a real concern, as you say at the beginning of the game. First half, I was really genuinely concerned. I was thinking, here we go again. But the amount of time that Trevor did not have and the way that he was having to scramble, I think, to the credit of your defense. So, I mean, I must admit, there's a whole question of the Phil Rivers thing. I mean, looks like, I mean, your young backup quarterback, 6th round draft pick, wasn't he? I mean, my question would be, would he have simply done better than Mr. Rivers, and it would have been his shot at having a good old go in several games to get settled in? But as I say, I don't know the detail as much as I do the Jags. So
it's definitely a fair question. I think, and obviously the first Jags game you saw the Riley Leonard, the backup, obviously played the rest of the game after he snapped the Achilles, and he didn't have a terrible game. It's not like he lit the world on fire or anything, but he wasn't terrible. I think. I mean, the way that all the local writers are framing it is that the Colts were, rather than looking at it as being like, can the backup, can the young kid prove himself, they were more like, well, we're still in the playoff hunt. We don't think that he can take us to the playoffs. Let's get desperate and go for Phillip Rivers. I mean, I can see the argument for whether Riley could take you to the playoffs or not, but I can't see the counter argument where the 44-year-old had a better shot other than the fact that him and Shane Steichen are obviously good pals and they talk football they were talking weekly during the season anyway. I think Rivers runs the same offense as Shane does with his high school team, which is, I don't know whether you're concerned about that or not, but that's a different story.
Well, I suppose we'll never know now, will we? Really?
Yeah. I mean, I guess we'll get a look on Sunday about. I think they've already said that they're gonna start Riley Leonard against the Texans this Sunday.
Yeah.
But now obviously there's no pressure, so you couldn't really call it the same thing. What do you think changed for the Jags from the start of the season to where you guys are now? Obviously, it wasn't looking great at the start of the season, and then all of a sudden just caught fire.
It just clicked, didn't it? You know what? I don't think there's any one particular thing which I can put my finger on, to be honest. I mean, there's a running joke going around that there's Trevor Lawrence, and then he's got a stunt double that basically gets on the field and plays terribly, whilst Trevor Lawrence is tied up in some basement somewhere. But I don't know. I think it's just the defense, I think, for the Jaguars has always been good. But we've seen, as so many other teams see, that if you've got a great defense, they can't sustain it for the whole game. I mean, if you're just getting 3 and outs on your offense, then that poor defense, no matter how good they are just going to run out of steam. And I think that's what we saw several times with some big losses. So I think Trevor's just working better. I think him and Liam Cohen, the head coach, they've just clicked, and it's just all the planets have aligned. It's all clicked into place. So I don't think there's any one particular thing. I think there's just a real team. You've got lots of weapons on the offense that Trevor can pick from, rather than just having one go-to receiver, shall we say. And so, yeah, I think it's just, as I say, all the planets have aligned, really. So, yeah.
When you talk about one particular receiver, it feels like the Myers trade gave you a big push in the offense.
Yeah, I mean, he's got very sticky hands, isn't he? So he's certainly a great addition. And we saw in the one of the other games that against the Broncos, I think, that there had clearly been serious conversations before the game about what are they going to do about Myers, and because they were double teaming him. But of course, that left gaps for other receivers and things. And you've got the likes of Parker Washington, which you cannot ignore. So the Myers thing has helped the whole offense, has helped everybody. I think he did they've all done a great job so far, and hopefully continue into the last game of the season against the Titans. So really relying on you guys to beat those Texans.
So you got the Texans would take the head-to-head, right? If you lost and they won, would they take the division still? Is that how?
Could be. I mean, I just I lose track of it. So I think so. Yeah, I think if the Jaguars win this game, then they're the top. They take the division, and they'll get the home game. So, but it will all depend on this last game, I think, and then we can know once and for all where we all stand.
Yeah, I was just thinking when I saw about the Riley Leonard news for the Colts, I was wondering whether he was going to be going up against second stringers or not for the Texans. I'm wondering how they'll play it, knowing that you guys are playing the Titans. Are you home or away this weekend?
Away, and the Titans have got a record of beating the Jaguars.
Yeah.
So and some really critical games in the past. So we cannot, as I always say, there's no such thing as an easy game. There's no such thing as a guaranteed win. Those Titans, they've got a lot of pride, and as you guys do, they're not going to make it easy, and they're going to go down fighting. So Jaguars could lose it if they're not, if they don't bring their A game, then they could lose it. It's going to be a real grudge match. There's going to be. I've heard some Titans fans saying it's not going to be a game. It's going to be a fight. So, we'll have to just take each quarter as it goes, literally, as you do when you're a Jags fan.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's like Colts fans. It's basically each drive at the moment. It's we're kind of in a drive by drive scenario about what's gonna come. Sometimes it looks like we could march 75, 80 yards down the field, no problem. And then the other times it's 3 and out.
Yeah. Well, I thought you guys were going to the Super Bowl earlier on in the year. I thought clearly, you're flying. So
yeah.
But injuries, you just never know.
Yeah, there's definitely some bad luck. I mean, there's games where we shouldn't have lost it. The Chiefs game, I think, is the game that probably is going to come back and haunt the Colts. I believe we're the only AFC South team to not beat the Kansas City Chiefs this year, which is if someone said that to start the season, I don't think anyone would have believed them.
But the thing,
it was a good game.
The whole problem is our injury problems. Daniel Jones has movement against the Chiefs. So after 2 games after us, Mahomes is out, so it's easy win against the Chiefs. There's no offense. So all the difference. What was it, Andreas? We was talking about it. Around since the bye week, around 20 games could go for the Colts, and I think 80 or 90 goes against the Colts. The Jags wins all games. The Texans wins all games. The Seahawks have a winning streak. So all what has happened against the Colts is possible is coming. So it's true. That is so crazy. Daniel Jones, first fibula, no movement. It's easier to cover him because usually he can run the game. So then is he full out and our cornerbacks out. I think Shadarius Ward 4 times concussion this season.
3.
3, yeah.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? He's more on the concussion we on the field. So that is so crazy. And you start 8 to go in a bye week, and you think 3 wins and we are in the playoffs. And now you see this way and say, "Hey, what was this?" Not possible. No.
Yeah, one of the things I've been thinking about recently, obviously, Daniel Jones had the fibula, and then he snapped the Achilles, 2 games into the fibula injury, was it?
And then the third game
whether Anthony Richardson was healthy, whether we would have actually considered IR for Daniel Jones, give him 4 games to rest the broken fibula or the fractured fibula, whatever it was. And then he would have been back for the Niners, Jags, and Texans games. Daniel Jones, this is after the IR. I don't think we would have, but I wonder whether, like I was thinking the other day, whether looking back now, obviously we lost every game anyway. So you could have argued, rest Daniel Jones.
But I don't think that Shane would let play Anthony one snap.
But a more important question to the Jags. You have Lloyd as linebacker.
Yes.
Is it possible we give you a 5th round pick and Zach Franklin, you give him to us? Because your guy can cover. and I know some Colts fans, they will drive Franklin to you. There's no problem.
Yeah. I don't think we want to release him. I think we want to keep hold of him. He's been good. So yeah.
I mean, just look at the stats. So you frankly have a ton of tackles. So you should take him.
Yeah. Well, it's not for me to say at the end of the day. I'm just a crazy cat in a suit. So,
No, I did a podcast with Jake, a Jags podcast earlier in the year. And he asked me which one Jags player would I put on the Colts team. And Devin Lloyd, without a doubt. Without a doubt. I mean, he's a very good linebacker, but I think it's probably more from how bad our linebackers are. But I would have taken him in a heartbeat.
For the modern linebackers, he's perfect. He
Yeah.
can cover. He's good at tackle, not the tackle monster. But if you need cover, he has the instinct for the honey hole to bring some interceptions. He's a little bit, remember, not so strong, but the mind setting is a little bit like Leonard from us a couple years ago. So sometimes he's really smart, goes in the honey hole, picks some balls. So yeah, Lloyd, amazing.
Darius Shaquille never played smart. He was just a maniac with instincts.
Yeah, you know what I mean. It's the same. Lloyd has some moments, he's follow his way. Then he feels there's a pass coming in a honey hole, and he's back there.
Totally got it.
What I mean. So amazing.
Yeah.
And yes, Shaq again in me, I would dream for him. But I know he's retired.
This back injury, oh man. This guy without this back injury, after that injury, he never came back.
No. Talking of linebackers. Sorry, I was going to say, talking of linebackers, I mean, Jermaine Pratt has been one sort of
covering. He actually covered.
Yeah,
he had an interception. We don't know how this happened because it was one of the really rare, really bad Trevor Lawrence.
Over the whole season, I would say Pratt is much better than Franklin.
I would definitely 100% agree with that. I think, Pratt and Franklin are quite similar linebackers in they're just downhill, right? They're good in the tackle box. I mean, obviously Pratt, the coverage looked, I mean, it was a badly thrown ball. I think Lawrence would want that one back, back shoulder or something like that. He kind of threw it the only place Pratt could get it. But yeah, I think he's looked better than Franklin. He's a lot cheaper than Franklin. If Franklin's not cut or released or traded, before next season, I'd be surprised just on the cap hit that he gets. But yeah, Jermaine Pratt I thought looked pretty good since he's come in. So assuming Lou sticks around, I'd imagine he'll get a 1-year deal with us again. But that's a different that's a question for another day whether Lou's going to still be here.
So, but Cap, maybe you are the first guest in our podcast from other franchise. So
really? Thank you.
Maybe can you tell us the 3 players in our roster you would have in Jacks? So you say it's really amazing to have our tight end or receiver. What 3 players you say if you play?
I couldn't say, to be absolutely honest. I mean, I'll be honest. I've been concentrating so much on the Jaguars this season that I've, in terms of the opponents, I've not really gone into any great detail at all with them. So I couldn't really have any decent comments for you in terms of the Colts players, to be absolutely honest. And it's a terrible thing to say, but
what would you say what's the biggest weaknesses for the Jags at the moment?
Biggest weaknesses for the Jags historically have been the defensive secondary, but they've been getting better recently. I think if the offensive line have a good day, then everybody's going to have a good day. And given Trevor plenty of time, when he's pressured, as I say, historically, he's made some not so accurate throws and things when he's been under pressure, as we saw on Sunday. He literally threw it right to your secondary, and not the receiver. And there are a couple of other occasions as well where there could have been a couple of additional picks as well. So, and that's all down to the pressure that he was getting from your defense. But as I say, in my opinion, and that's all it is, I think if there's a weak spot, then it's still the defensive secondary. Any deep long bombs and things like that can catch can catch the defensive secondary unawares. But they have improved. But then again, so is the rest of the team.
How do you feel about your chances in the playoffs?
I'm trying not to think about it too much, to be honest. I think I'm just literally taking it one game at a time. I think that my primary objective for me, my big satisfaction, would be to get to win the division. And it's always been to be. It sounds terrible, but my number one priority right through the whole season is to finish ahead of the Texans. But win the division, and then of course, going into the playoffs, it's just hit the reset button, isn't it? You just do not know. Everything else is just in the past. Whether it's a wild card, doesn't matter. If you're in the playoffs, then everything's fair game again, and you just cannot rely on what winning records you've got in the past. So it's literally just one game at a time. I mean, it's still going to be a tough fight against the Titans, and then we'll go from there. I know the Jags are in the playoffs. Ideally, home game at the bank for the strongest support possible, and I really hope that I can try and get out there to do it as well. But one game at a time, just literally one quarter at a time. So
yeah. Talking of the stadium, obviously they're doing some work on it next year. Is that right?
There's a new stadium being built, and it's just very, very beginning. It will mean that next season, I'm told that the capacity will be seriously affected.
And you guys, I think I'd read that you guys might be playing in London at least twice, but if not 3 times next season because of the stadium, possibly.
Possibly, I think the home games as such are going to be played in Orlando, and there will be more of a, I mean, personally, I think, excuse me. For the fans, there are so many German fans, for example, and everything like that. Then I don't see why the Jags should have so many games in London. It would be nice to share the love, get some, one game. I would say one game in London. If there were 2 other Jags games international, then one in Germany, maybe one in Spain, whatever. Just to help improve the fan base internationally. Then it should, as I say, spread it out. Even if it was in UK, then why not in Manchester? It doesn't all have to be in London. We can spread it out. Make it more diverse for everyone, really.
I like the idea with Germany, but bring the Colts with you.
Yeah. Colts and Jags. That'd be a good game in Germany.
For sure.
Yeah.
I can tell you, we have some fans, then we're happy.
Well, my limited experience of German fans is they are obsessive. They are great fans. And, so they deserve to have more games in Germany. Germany's a massive country compared with England, isn't it? So, you deserve to have several international games there because you've got so many fans there now. It's ever growing, isn't it? I mean, the NFL now is a worldwide game. It's not just an American game. It's a worldwide phenomenon now. So, as I say,
having been to 2 Colts games in Germany now over the past 3 years, 3 or 4 years.
2 years actually.
I can say, especially the Berlin game. If we take us back to London when we first started getting the games, you had Regent Street was all shut down and everything.
Yeah.
Now
doesn't happen now, does it?
No, now we've kind of got. Well, I guess they've just got complacent. They sell the tickets, so they don't need to worry about all the other stuff. Whereas what Berlin did, that's the best experience I've had at an international game. Just everything that was put on. I mean, obviously the stadium is amazing, like, you know, historical stadium, but just everything they did around the city,
which is great, and it deserves to have that. It deserves that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I mean, I would love to get to a German game, but I think availability of tickets is not an easy thing. You know, they just can't get the tickets for the German games apparently. So
that wasn't that bad this time because they were really pricey for the Berlin game, and Colts Falcons didn't have the biggest fan bases. So yeah, actually, it was kind of easy to get tickets this year.
Easier than the Frankfurt game. Obviously, I think there's 17,000 more tickets, seats available anyway. So that was easy. Well, is it Munich this year, guys? Germany?
Yeah. Next year, and I would be super surprised if it's 2027 only Berlin, or probably more than one game in Berlin. I would be surprised if it's in 2 years still one game in Germany. So what you guys just said. I mean, at the NFL, it's all about money, and in Germany you can get a lot of money if you put in more games. So yeah, they will do as soon as possible.
Yeah. I'm trying to think whether there's anything else. Another good thing for the Colts on Sunday was seeing Ashton Doolin back. I mean, that guy's a special teams whiz. Like we missed him massively on special teams. He's our gunner captain. He punt return coverage. I think is it Washington that returns punts for you?
Yes, yeah.
You could.
He did some huge returns, didn't he?
Yeah,
I mean, was it 60 yards? Was it? You know.
Yeah, and he's a tackling guy on the other side of the ball. I think there was one where Parker Washington, you could see him kind of eyeball where Ashton Doolin was because he didn't necessarily want the smoke that was coming from Ashton Doolin. But yeah, for the cut, he's been on IR for the past 4 games, so that was a good positive for Indy on Sunday.
When we talk about positive things on Sunday, I'm going to share this pretty picture. We had a great watch party in Cologne.
Nice.
A bunch of people coming together. We had a great evening. This Joe Champs in Cologne. We have been there. I think it's the 4th watch party we had there over the last 6 years.
Yeah.
It's just a great place. They gave us a separate room where we can watch the game. Just awesome. It was a lot of fun. And thanks everybody for being there.
Yeah, I love that.
We need to say the best case is Cologne or Frankfurt for our fan bases in Germany, because you have some major cities in small areas with some countryside with some buildings there. That is amazing. Berlin is not so nice for the most fan base because you have millions of people in one city, but nothing around it. So it is like an island. So in Cologne, usually this time some was illnesses going around. Usually we would be at around 20 guys, or Andreas?
Yeah, I think 18 announced, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that it would be awesome but it's like all the time. You can cut off 5 in advance who said they would join. Yeah, but it was a great day. I mean, driving home after the game and being at home. I think we have been at home at 1 or short before 1 a.m. It's a long day, but it's worth it. I like it.
Yeah, that's awesome. So this coming Sunday, can we be the spoiler of the Texans potentially winning the AFC South?
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
I would.
Yes.
I would. The only thing I would love if we would have won out, beating the Jags, and giving the Texans the AFC South title, and next week grab it and take it away from them. That would be a cool thing.
Yeah.
But right now, it's. I said in one episode before, I think it was when JJ was here. There's one good thing about the Jaguars: it's a touchdown song. End of list. But I can't find even one thing for the Texans. So
No.
probably better the Jags than the Texans.
Yeah, I think for us Sunday, I mean, I'm not surprised that they don't want Phillip Rivers out there with that Texans defense. I mean, that defensive line would give Phillip Rivers. I mean, that'd be just nightmares. If the offensive line didn't have a good day, then Phillip Rivers would be on the ground. I'd say about 75% of the snaps.
Yeah. So
from what I saw on the weekend, though, I think that your defense can get to the Texans CJ more effectively even than you could get to Trevor. I mean, Trevor's not on fire at the moment in terms of scrambling, and I don't rate CJ as certainly as much as I do Trevor. So I think you've got a chance at disrupting him. And if you can just keep him to 3 and outs, then their defense, yes, they're good, but they'll just be worn down. They won't be able to sustain it. So you could beat them.
Yeah, I think definitely what you were saying about CJ. I think he had the great rookie season, and I think since then, I mean, his offensive line has been awful. I don't know what the Texans are really thinking. They're kind of like what we were doing when Andrew Luck was at quarterback. They're doing everything they can do to not protect their franchise quarterback. As soon as there's pressure, he does not look like the same quarterback at all than when he does if he's got time. So if we can get some pressure, I mean, that's been our biggest issue all year long, really. Defensive line, we've put so much resource into it in draft picks and contracts, and it's never really fully performed. We saw some flashes on Sunday against you guys, against the Jags. There was definitely some flashes. We're going to be without Buckner this weekend, so that limits us. But I think we got. I call him Addy. I still can't pronounce the whole of his name. Tommy Adebawe, I think it is. But Addy, he's looked pretty solid. But yeah, if we can get some production from Latu off the edge, then I think we've got a chance to disrupt their offense for sure.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I don't understand why playing Riley Leonard next Sunday but not last Sunday. That doesn't make sense to me.
No,
I would get the point if you're saying, okay, give Phillip Rivers his 250 or now it's 100 something yards to pass Big Ben on the all-time list, but they didn't finish that. Huh?
Easy reason. Saturday was the first moment the season's over. Riley Leonard was training with the first row.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. That's what they said all week, that because it was Saturday till you knew whether we still had a chance or not, there was no time to switch it out. So I'm fine with that. There's a part of me that's now like, well, you might as well play him Rivers. This is Sunday and get him the yards, but I guess we got to actually find out what there is in Riley Leonard. I mean, this is probably going to be. I don't know. The Texans must be one of the best defenses in the league. I don't know statistically if they're number one or not, but they must be. They must be up there. So he's going to at least he's going to see some things Sunday, which may help in the future if he's ever going to become a starting quarterback in the NFL, which is not likely, but you never know.
You may find that the Texans are overconfident going into the weekend. They may be thinking it's a given. They think they've got this, and that'll be their downfall potentially. So, I mean, you can never, any given Sunday, you just don't know what's going to happen. So,
yeah, I completely agree. I think that's actually something that CJ Stroud I definitely feel like he said that after a couple of losses this season, is that they just didn't they kind of turned up thinking they were going to win the game, and they obviously didn't. So
I think that referring to when the Jags last played the Texans, the Jaguars were walking all over them for the first half and even into the, I think, dying minutes of the third quarter, even maybe into the fourth quarter. And I don't know what happened, but the Jaguars got overconfident, and as a result, one of the biggest comebacks in NFL history, sort of thing, and the Texans won it. So you just don't know. It's a bit of a running joke for me, and you will catch me saying the words 29-10. You'll see me saying 29-10 several times in disbelief.
Yeah,
because that's what they were going into the fourth quarter. They were winning 29-10 and they still lost. So
yeah, I can definitely, I definitely know that pain. What were we up against the Vikings a couple of years back?
33-0.
33-0, yeah, that was
wow. Yeah, you never know, do you? You just don't know.
That was a great Sunday.
Yeah.
We've been on the flip side of that though. The Chiefs playoff win. I mean, what was that? 38-10, I want to say. 38-10. That sound right?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
And that was a 45-44 win. So, yeah, anything can happen. Like you said, especially this season, it's felt like anything could happen. I mean, the Falcons look like the worst team in football, and then they're 1 week.
Well, the Jags are 12-4. I mean, who would have believed it? So, yeah.
And the Colts are going to be, I think, the sixth team ever to start 8-2 and miss the playoffs. The first team since they expanded the playoffs to the 14 teams to ever miss it. And we missed it with 2 games to spare as well. So I feel like we need a little asterisk to make sure that record is really remembered for what it is.
But yeah, I mean, we played super bad in last games. But yeah, like Christoph said in the beginning, it's some bad luck too. I mean, we have in the NFC the Buccaneers jumping also from one of the Super Bowl contenders into a 1-17 right now. But for them, all the other teams played for them, or not all of them, but a few. And they now have a final game on next Sunday. Or I think they play Saturday, isn't it? I'm not sure. Next weekend.
They are 7-9 and still in. If they win, the Panthers and they are 8-9, and because the divisional games, Buccaneers can go into the playoffs with 8-9.
Yeah, because of that weird Falcons win. If the Falcons win too.
Yeah.
The Panthers are in for sure, no matter what happens.
Yeah, will be 8 and 9. So
because the 3-way tiebreaker.
Big maybe.
Yeah.
The Falcons just have to win. I don't know who they're playing.
Have to beat
It is, I believe in the Falcons, like I believe the Colts win the Super Bowl this season. It's close.
I mean, yeah, the Falcons are probably the weirdest team in the NFL this year. I mean,
they can absolutely destroy everyone and getting destroyed.
Beat the Packers, beat the Rams, and lost 30-0 to the Panthers. Like, yeah, I don't really know what's gone on with that team.
The problem is only one tactic is working with them. So.
Yeah. But yeah, Sunday. I don't know whether I'd say I'm confident. I struggle to ever say the Colts are going to lose a game, but I don't know. It depends. It depends what we get out of Riley Leonard, and then I think the secondary as well. I mean, I know that Shane said that Sauce might play on Sunday. If he's anywhere near the field, then people need to be fired, because why would you risk? He re-injured his calf against the Jags on Sunday, captain. He'd already done it. He'd done it like 3 weeks or 4 weeks before. He never went on IR, but he missed every game, and then re-injured it against you guys, and they're still talking about playing him on Sunday. You just think There's just no way you spend 2 first-round picks on that guy and then roll him out for a meaningless game. So yeah, it's
absolutely. Sauce is not allowed to play.
What we see from Mitchell, Jalen Jones. I still don't understand why Jalen Jones is not playing over Mekhi Blackman. I don't really get that. I've not seen anything from Blackman to understand it, but I guess he fits Lou's mold maybe better than he trains harder or something. Who knows?
Yeah, but me neither. Jalen Jones most of the time. Maybe it's a thing. Jalen Jones most of the time looks pretty solid, but some moments he has like blackouts. And that's the thing at the cornerback. You're not allowed to have blackouts. So maybe it's this thing.
Yeah.
Overall, he's a better player, I think. But yeah, the situations where he's just like nowhere next to his receiver. Yeah.
And I'm probably going to curse him now, but it looks like we might have a kicker on our hands in Blake Groupie.
Did he miss one so far?
He did for the Saints. He's looked like a really good kicker. So
he didn't miss any.
No.
Did he?
No, I don't think so. No, he's not missed a kick for us. I don't think.
It was when he did this 60. Was it 60 or 62 against the Seahawks?
Yeah.
I was actually standing in my living room. We have a kicker again.
Yeah, we've definitely cursed him now. So assume that he'll get his first miss this week.
Absolutely,
it'll happen.
he will never make an NFL game after that one. So yeah, when we talked about the Falcons and crazy games, have you seen that Bills game on Sunday or was it Monday? Totally crazy.
Yeah,
absolutely no show for the whole Bills offense, like for 4.5 quarters, and then rushed to two touchdowns. Josh Allen just took his superhero cape and did it all for himself. I think they did the last touchdown. They could choose to go for the extra point for the tie.
Yeah.
They choose to go for 2 and failed.
Yeah, I mean, I say this all the time about Shane. I love the aggression. Go for 2, definitely. Go for the win. I don't know why in that scenario they don't call something where you might have Josh Allen just run it in. I don't think there's many defenses stopping Josh Allen from 2 yards out running it in. So I was a bit surprised about that.
Usually not.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, go for it. That's what I say.
That was like a guy like him. I love this guy.
Yeah, Josh Allen is the comparison that AR used to get, wasn't it? When he was coming, obviously pre-draft, it was Josh Allen in that he's a bit inaccurate, not a very good thrower, but he's great with his legs.
In the first 1 or 2 years, whole Buffalo, the whole toxic Buffalo fan base want to get rid of this bust and stuff like that.
We'll take him.
Same as Anthony.
Cool.
What you said?
I said I'll take Josh Allen if they still want to give him up.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, guys, if no one has something right now, shall we go into a final prediction for the next game?
Yeah, let's do it.
It's the last time we're doing it.
Last one of the season.
So, Captain, usually we let our guests start. Give us a score prediction for the Texans-Colts game.
Right. Well, I think, let's say it's going to be 24-21 to the Colts.
I like it.
I think that it's going to be a close game. I think that the Texans are going to be overconfident. I think that, your guys are you've got a lot of pride, and you're gonna go out with a bang. And from what I saw against the Jaguars, I mean, you've got a lot of fight, and I'll be rooting for you. Purely selfishly, of course, but but yeah, I think you guys can do it. Honestly, I mean, I think the Texans, and so many people are saying, "Oh, we're scared of the Texans, blah blah blah," and and I think some of their wins, they've won against some other opposing sides, but it's like they beat the Chiefs, but that's not saying much in this day and age. I mean, that wasn't a great win. They have only just won, several of their recent games against, dare I say it, mediocre teams. So you guys can beat them. You really can. So,
what do you think, Christoph?
I'm not so optimistic. My biggest problem is now the quarterback. So I think 27-13 for the Texans.
Okay. I think, there's two factors here. Chris Ballard has to finish a season 9-8. So that's making me think we're going to have to win the game. We've got to be just above 500 for Chris Ballard. And I also think, I'm going to agree with the captain here. I don't know. Offensively, the Texans just don't really look at it. Obviously, the defense is great. So, yeah, what we get out of Riley Leonard, who knows? No idea what we're going to see. I'm going to say it's a low scoring affair. I'm going to go 17-13 Indianapolis Colts. We push the Texans down. So I don't know where they'll end up. That'll probably put them 6th, I guess, in the playoff seedings. And hopefully they get smashed in the wild card by someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure if I ever give a prediction against the Colts since we're doing that on our weekly prediction. And I would stay with it, but I really want that game being the nail in the coffin from Shane Steichen. So it's a 27-10 for the Texans.
Okay. We shall.
Really, I'm more optimistic than you.
Because I want to get rid of Shane Steichen.
Good. I have the jersey of our future franchise quarterback.
Yeah, I was going to say, who's on the back of that, Jones or Rivers?
I think after today, the Adam Schefter was talking. So I think they investigated and bring him again.
Oh yeah. I mean, we'll pick that apart another episode. But yeah, I think 17 will be back next year.
Yeah.
Not the Philip Rivers 17, the Daniel Jones.
Philip Rivers 17 can be back at the bench. That would be cool.
Yeah.
So not at the bench, behind the bench. You know what I mean, guys.
Yeah.
So thanks everybody for listening. Our 20th episode, Captain Duval. Pleasure to have you here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for being with us. Yeah. And so far, cheers and go Colts.
Go Colts, and Happy New Year, everyone.
Chin chin.
Go Colts.